All right, brother. Hey, brother Frank. What? Nah. uh, Kevin. Sorry about that. Um, did you have any brands you wanted to bring up to these guys to let them know what some of the first brands they need to start with? Some of the ones that are easier to get onboarded with, because that's what they're concerned with.
Oh, with what brand they're gonna get on with?
One of the first brands you think an independent should get on with.
Uh, I would say, I mean, I would say on the cold side, Mike. Honestly, I would say something like Hoshizaki or Isomatic as far as the ice makers go.
Huh?
Um, and then can you hear me okay, Mike?
Oh yeah, I hear you just fine.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
there it is. There it is. There's the
Um,
lag. Yeah.
there's the lag.
Just go ahead.
Okay,
Keep
hold
on
on.
going.
Okay, let me shut that off. That should quiet it down a little bit. I had something on that was
There we go. That's what I'm talking
I
about.
think
I
that was
know.
getting in there. Yeah, something. I had to
That's,
search around a little bit there. Sorry about that.
that's all right.
But yeah, I mean,
Hmm.
I would say look at Bun um on the hot side for coffee
Well,
coffee brewers. Then
hot water. Yeah, yeah.
hot
Hot water.
water.
Yeah.
Yeah. Um, I mean, you're always gonna have your calls on the turbo chef, but then that depends on how many people are comfortable with
Yeah, but
working
all right. So
on those
here's my
ovens. But
here's my issue. Turbo Chef is not easy to get on with.
right, they're
I,
not. They're
I'm
not.
talking about ones that are easier to get
They're
on with.
easier.
Yeah, they're all right. So here's the
Yeah,
problem: is that
that could be tough.
these guys are getting resistance. They're getting resistance out there. They're
Okay, as
getting
far as
resistance
picking up,
on getting on with some of these manufacturers. So
yeah,
I'm trying to tell them, hey man, don't fly so high.
yeah,
Don't fly so high. Oh, let me hold on one
yeah,
second. Let me break that. Let me break your concentration for just one minute, and let me address this one question
oh, I
real
see
quick.
that.
Yeah, he says, why not replace the wire harnesses? And I did. I replaced the wire harnesses with Wago. That's what you're seeing right there. The problem is the moisture that's getting into the control panel on these boxes. This is the outside section. All right, so here it is. All right, brother contractor, and then brother Frank is going to tell you. Oh, damn, I keep saying it. Brother Kevin Tate is going to tell you. Tate and Frank is killing me right now. So who
It's
are the
all
money
good.
makers? They're all money makers, brother. You have to have the knowledge and the skill set in order to make them money makers. You actually don't, and Kevin will tell you, you actually don't have to do anything other than one brand. You could
That's true.
make your whole business could be just servicing one brand.
That's true, Mike.
So, and
That's true
can
because
you elaborate on that for me?
yeah, because I was gonna say, I mean that's true. You can make your money off of one brand. Pretty much, it's about the way that you work it with a particular customer, and then too, even though you're looking at being like a specialty service provider, you know, you're
Well,
providing on
PD,
a specific piece of
PD.
equipment. You know what I mean? Like they're operating, they're thinking on operating on a certain piece of equipment and just sticking to that. I mean,
Yeah.
they can't be money made there. You know, but the thing is you have to work out things right for your company too, for your business, so you got cash flow.
Hmm. Right. It is. Hold on.
There are things we know we know.
Mm,
We also know there are known unknowns. That is to say, we know there's some things we do not know.
Well, all right. So here's the thing: with every single item out there, they are all equally important. Off the internet, brother Kevin and I, we were talking about just the importance of the microwaves, the Amana Mini Master,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
Turbo Chef. Technically, Turbo Chef is in the speed oven category. So Turbo Chef, Mary Chef, and all that kind of stuff. It
yeah.
is like those. You can make quite a bit of money if you're specializing in just though. And this technically it's not even specialized. That's just how it used to be.
Yeah, yeah,
You
yeah,
used to, guys used to go out and just do laundry. Guys would just go out and just do
just do
soda,
dishwashers.
just
Yeah,
dishwasher,
just
just
do
the soda,
sodas. Yeah,
and that's it. Nothing else. Nothing
yeah,
else.
yeah.
And things have morphed. All the rules have been thrown out.
And
All of them.
and you know too, Mike. From being in it for a few years now, it seems like that has everything has morphed in a way, and I think it's
Hmm.
morphed. I think it's morphed more so due to the loss of service providers now. Like, I mean, the numbers are dwindling, brother. You know,
Well,
and
I got to
technicians.
tell you, I got to tell you that before it was greed, and by everybody jumping out their body and go ahead and it being a free for all,
Yeah.
it kind of lended itself to devolving into what we have right now. And brother contractor has a very good thing. He says,
Mm,
how do we do that as a 1099 contractor? You're
mm.
you're you're just a service provider. All of us are 1099. I mean,
Yeah.
we're just a company. Whether you're S corp, whether you're LLC, whether you're a sole prop, we're all contractors.
Mm. Yep.
We're just service providers. So it doesn't matter to these large entities such as Bun, such as Mary Chef, such as Turbo Chef, such as FBD. It does
Yeah.
not matter if you are a sole proprietor or if you're an escort. They all they want to know is how soon would you be
Can you
able
be there?
to, yes, to get to a
Yeah.
call. And then the
Yeah.
other question would be,
Can you fix it? Or when will it be fixed?
when will it
You
be
know?
fixed? And then yet another question.
Yeah.
This is onboarding. Another question that these
Oh, yeah.
manufacturers,
Yeah. They want to know that rate too, you know?
the rate, and then how many
Yeah.
technicians do you have?
Yeah. Yeah.
They want to
Because
know how many yeah.
that is a first thing that they ask, because they want to know if they'll be able to have a certain amount of territory covered,
Hmm.
and and then again, your answer is neither right nor wrong. It just is. If you have technicians,
Yeah.
that's great. They're gonna expand your territory. But
Yeah.
if you're a one man show, then they kind of know which way they can go with you. They kind of know, like, okay, he's only covering 25, 30 mile radius. So
Yes.
stuff like that. But when you got technicians, that's why I'm glad you're making that move, Mike. Man, I'm happy for you, brother, because
Yeah.
that that's gonna be something. It's gonna be something different for you.
Yeah.
But you watch how it's gonna blow up.
Yeah.
And
I
yeah,
made my daughter promises, and
yeah,
this is the only way I'm going to be able to make those promises come true. And
yes,
it's just
sir.
a fact of me stop being lazy and just go ahead and do it. So
Yep.
this is
Uh,
for those of you guys that don't know, I've contacted ADP, the payroll company, and my account is going to cost me $70+ every time I run payroll, and each additional employee that I have is going to cost me $2.88 to run their paycheck.
Mm-hmm.
So
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it
You're
because
gonna
I
do it,
can't
brother.
sell.
That's
Yeah, I
good.
can't sell without that.
Yep.
Can't sell without
Yeah. Yeah.
it.
Because
So
that's where it's at now, Mike. And
yeah,
you seen it way down the road, but you were fighting it a little. You know what I mean? You were
I was
you
I
were
was
giving it
fighting
a
it a
fight.
lot.
But you
Yeah.
know you gotta do it. And I think
Hmm.
I think it's gonna be the best thing you ever
I
done,
know.
brother.
I know.
I think it's gonna be
It's
the best thing for it.
right. Business discipline. And I have been lacking business discipline. My wife was kind of, beating me up about it. She's like, "You get on your father about it all the time. He run his business like a hobby." She said, "You know better."
Mm-hmm.
And
Mm-hmm.
I
Yeah.
had to agree with her. I said, "Yeah,
Yeah.
you're right. You're right.
Sometimes you just need that to be put right in front of you. You just need it to be put in front of you by the right person, and that's what it's
Yeah,
that's what it's about, man. That's good. That is real good.
yeah. I. It's just time. It's time.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's time. Looking at the future. Um, it doesn't make any sense for me to take my football and go on home at the end of the day. I'm better off selling
Selling.
something.
Yeah.
My hard work
Yeah.
needs to go into something other than just a damn book. You know,
Yeah. Yeah.
so
Yeah.
it needs to go into something like, "Hey, here's the history of appliances." It needs to
Right.
be something more than just that.
Right. Right.
Um,
I hear you, bro.
let me jump into this one real quick because this just sums up some of the stuff I was working on today.
Cool.
This is a R290 unit that I had. This is a Blue Air. So I've told you guys about Blue Air. So I want you guys to put in the chat the names of the brands that I've talked about, and then I'll go into how to contact these people, how to get a hold of them, and what their process is. So this one here is Blue Air. They got about 10 warehouses in the United States of America. I don't know how many they got in Canada, but they got 10 in the US. Um, this one here, let me show. Oh, let me see what else I got. So yeah, the customer was complaining because the unit, they needed to put ice in there to at least keep it below 50 degrees.
Yeah.
And then so when I hooked up to it, it was in a vacuum.
Mm.
So
R290.
R290.
Yeah.
So now I'm in a situation. I've never worked on this unit before, but I got this customer from a Duker's call.
Mm.
Duker's gave me this guy 3 or 4 months ago, and since then I've done about 5 COD jobs for him, and this is another COD job. So that's why I try to tell you guys, yes, take the warranty. Yes, it is lower paying, but you must
Oh,
convert these service calls into cash.
that is true, Mike.
Yeah.
Jump on those suckers. Even those low rate ones that you really normally wouldn't take. Jump
Hmm.
on them because that's gonna bring you right into a customer treasure trove, brother.
Yes.
It's gonna bring you right into some customers that you may not have picked up otherwise. So
Right.
and then
Well,
going to these places, don't just work on that one piece of equipment. I
no.
mean, you're there to work on a piece of equipment. All right, say it's a cooler or something. You're there to work on the cooler, but take a look around, man. Take a look around at the
Yep.
oven. Check out their dishwasher,
Yes.
their freezers. If you're into walk-ins, check out the walk-in. I personally don't bother with walk-ins
I
now,
know.
but
All right. So
but
here's
yeah.
the story behind this one. I have been taking care of his neighbor. I've been taking care of his neighbor for about 7 years.
Right?
Parked in front of this restaurant damn near every time I went over to to the neighbor. Every time I went to the original customer, I parked in front of the restaurant right here. And then finally, it was a Duker's call that brought
Ah,
me over to this guy. And since then, yeah, I had two calls on the walk-in. I had he wanted me to hook up the griddle, not the griddle, the grill, gas grill. So I did a Duker's prep table under warranty. I had a second Duker's prep table under warranty. A Blue Air merchandiser, the light, ice machine. He wanted to switch over from his old Hoshizaki to a newer one and a new bin. So that was an install job, putting in the bin and hooking up the water. And then now this is another prep table, but this is a Blue Air prep table, which is the previous service calls. They put access stub on the high side and the low side, so I was able to gauge up on it and see that it was low on refrigerant. He's not going to buy a new evaporator for me to permanently fix it, so I gassed it up to buy him some time so he could just go ahead and buy a new one and not have to worry about getting hit by the health department.
Oh, cool.
Yeah,
That
but
was a
that's
good. That was a
yeah,
good pickup.
yeah. So that's just what these warranty calls can bring you.
Yeah.
Let me see here. Who is this one? Oh yeah, this is another Dukers. This is going to be a warranty call. This is a mom and pop appliance dealer. So I'm gaining favor with a large dealer and then basically a sub dealer.
Mm. Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. So this one I got to go and do a new compressor on this unit.
Mm-hmm.
So what they did was something that I would do. So they took one of their units off the floor, a brand new unit, gave it to their good customer, took this one back, so that so that they can have more flexibility in getting it fixed.
That's good. That's a good concept. That's good for them to do it that way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So and then I don't know if the guys, if anybody's ever noticed, this was, let me see if I got a better. I did put this on Instagram and on YouTube. This is the one that I was hired to install and then do the preventive maintenance on. This is at the cement factory. And so here I am doing I think I'm doing my fourth cleaning on this unit.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why I tell everybody, it's an isomatic. And that's why I tell everybody, hey, look, man, go ahead and do these startups, get signed up with these different manufacturers, because you're hooked in with these people for the life of the product from cradle to grave.
Yeah.
So, and so every time I go to any of my clients, I take tons of pictures, of pictures, because later on down the road, they can say, hey, man, you come out here like every 3 months. What the hell are you doing? And so, hey, I have proof. Look, man, this thing has got all kind of residue in there.
Yeah.
All kind of residue in there. It's just
and they need it
of the beast, because it's a cement factory, and all this regula or cement dust is all in the air, and it settles into the water.
Yeah.
So I wanted to, and then here's another one. I do calls for the manufacturer. This is CMA dish machines. I turned this. It was a pain call. This unit was out of warranty, but now I go out every month and sell them chemical. So here I am replacing the detergent for this unit. So last time I came out, I replaced detergent, rinse-aid, and sanitizer. This time it's just the detergent, but there's income every month from that client, and I didn't have to pay a dime to get them.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, brother. Okay, so let's jump back in it, and I still don't see anybody chiming in the chat from anything. So we're gonna have to do it. We're gonna have to do it this way. Let me remove that. Let me add. So we'll go over some of your stuff first, Brother Tate. Let me add. Share this screen. And so what do you say is one of the, we all say ice. So out of all the ice machines, which one do you think, in your opinion, is the most intuitive for you? Which one you think is the easiest one for you to bring a trainee on and train them? Which one is the quickest and easiest for you to train someone on?
Um, I have to say isomatic as far as the ice goes. Um,
Woo!
on,
Really? I was
only
not expecting you to say that.
you know why, Mike? Because the only reason, if I didn't say that, I was gonna say Hoshizaki.
Okay.
But the only thing that is odd that I've been running into, especially after like you train a person for 4 to 5 weeks or so,
Hmm.
and the thing that I've been finding is they find it easy to work on the Hoshizakis, but then they're running into issues with the beat patterns
Yeah.
and the board issue.
Yeah.
You know how they have the the control box. It's cramped. It's cramped and it's
Yeah.
inside. You know, so a lot of them find it hard working on a ladder, getting into the control panel box. And even though they can pull that control panel off, they still find it difficult to work on. They rather work on the they find it easier working on the isomatics because they could just take that side panel off and get access, you know.
You know
So,
what? Do I have a
but
picture of that? Oh, you know
of
what?
the
I don't have that prepped up. So
oh, that's all
what
right.
no, no, no. Okay. All right. So what Kevin Tate from Learn a Trade is trying to tell you guys is um, you only need to loosen just two screws on
Mm-hmm.
isomatic elevation series.
Mm-hmm.
One on the front right, lower right, one on the front lower left. You don't even have to remove the screws. You just have to um, two or three rotations to loosen the screws, and then you are free to slide the front
Slide.
cover up and off.
Yep.
Once you do that, now you can lift up the very top. The very top cover holds the two sides in place.
Yep.
So now we have not removed a single cover, and now we have full access to the ice making section where the circulation pump is, where the turbidity sensor is, the low water pressure. I mean, the low water level switch, the high water level switch, the ice guide. Is that what they still call it? Do they still call it the ice guide?
Ice guide. Yeah. Yeah.
The, I
That's
know.
what I call it. Yeah.
Yeah, the ice guide in the
Some people
front.
have different things. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
The cover, the front hose that brings the water from the pump all the way up to the distribution tube at the top. So all that is accessed just with unscrewing two screws, not completely. They're still in the front housing.
Yep.
So you take off the door and then you can move up the top. It's got two pins that hold the top in, and you could just slide that up ever so much, and then now you can
Get
gain access
access.
to either right or left side panel. They have it designed where initially everything is going to be on the right side. You could slide that up a millimeter and a half, and then it'll come off. It actually comes up and off. Once you take that up and off, just like he explained to you, you now have access to the your water levels switch, just like we were talking
Switches.
about. Yeah,
Yep.
and
Yep.
you can see the pushers
The curtain
for
switches.
for the curtain switch. Yes,
Mm-hmm.
the on and off switch. You
Yep.
got full access to that too. Then you have the control panel. You got full access to the control panel there, where you can actually operate the unit from the
Yeah.
control panel. You don't even need the front
No. No.
touchpad. And then
Yeah.
you have full sight on the condenser fan motor. TXV is on that right side. Whole nine, it's a lot of things. Now,
As I see somebody mention in the comments, I think Jay Riddick mentioned Scotsman. He
Yeah.
likes
Now,
Scotsman all day. Scotsmen are nice, but you know, Mike, I really don't run into a lot of Scotsmen until I get like into Connecticut and New York area. There's a lot of Scotsmen over there because that's where Tech 24 handles that territory more. So Tech 24, they use strictly Scotsmen, and I mean, I haven't seen a lot of issues with them either, but I just haven't worked on them a lot myself.
all right. So here's the deal with Scotsman.
Yeah.
Up until recently, one of the largest dealers slash distributor slash service providers, known as Trimark,
Mm.
was pushing Scotsman. They now have their own line, Katana or something like that. But up until then, they were pushing Scotsman and they were servicing Scotsman, which is why you wouldn't really see them that much. So
Yep.
Embassy Suites um, was all Scotsman water cooled units. Anytime you go to I'm gonna have to go back to a Tropical Smoothie Cafe.
Hmm.
Tropical Smoothie Cafe uses Scotsman Nugget. So they use a lot of Ollie Group equipment at Tropical Smoothie Cafe. So you got that. It's just anybody that was clicked up with Ollie Group, they had incentive to push the Scotsman brand. Now Scotsman and Isomatic are brother and sister companies.
Yeah.
It's just that the Isomatic was and still is less of a cost than the Scotsman. They consider Scotsman to be a more premier line, like
Mm.
a Cadillac, and they
Hmm.
consider um, they consider Isomatic to be a Chevy.
Yeah.
So that's the situation with that. And to address it, some Scotsman all day. Jay Riddick says,
Yeah.
you have fewer failed compressors with Scotsman. Isomatic isn't far behind
Oh yeah.
when it comes to
Yeah.
failed compressors. I mean,
Right.
it's usually something egregious that the environment that they put that isomatic in that makes that compressor fail.
Yeah.
And Scotsman has a way their welds are designed, their braze joints are designed to weep out refrigerant
Hmm.
so that the high pressure doesn't kill it. In addition to the high pressure switch they have, so it's designed
Yeah.
to let out refrigerant, which is why you'll run into a Scotsman in the summer and it's low on charge and you can't find the leak.
Right.
So
Right.
that's why those
Yeah.
two, you rarely have a bad compressor. It's usually something else that caused that compressor to go bad. Um, let's see here. Brother Frank says Oshizaki, and we all know why. Oshizaki, everybody loved Oshizaki up until recently.
Yeah.
Everybody loved Oshizaki. Because the nugget machines were like tanks
Yeah.
up until recently.
Yeah.
But they're still pretty good.
Yeah.
Except for the DCM 270s. I'm not a big fan of the 270s, the 300s, the
Yeah.
271s,
Oh yeah. It's
But
like
when you get up there, when you get up over 800 pounds, you rarely have a seal system issue. I mean, not seal. You rarely have an auger.
auger issue.
Yeah, you rarely have an auger
Hmm.
issue with the larger ones.
Yeah.
Those seals. I mean, you just soak that
Yeah. I mean,
that's
yeah. I
that
mean,
chamber, that solenoid. You just, I mean, not cylinder, that the cylinder. You soak that sucker with ice machine cleaner, and
yeah.
it turn it on. It'll drag up all that stuff up out of
Drags it
there.
all up.
Yeah.
Yep. Yep. And that's a thing too. Is a lot of times those say like the Hoshizaki or the on top, say like a Hoshizaki on top of a freestyle.
Yeah.
Um,
Oh,
that becomes a little difficult. That it brings a little difficulty into the picture when they're on top of a fountain machine. Most
yeah.
times, because especially I found with the freestyles, because it's just so difficult getting the
Yeah,
trough out, the water pan
any,
out. You know.
yeah, but in all fairness, anything you put on top of a freestyle machine
Yeah,
is a
yeah.
nightmare to work on.
It's difficult to work on. That's. I mean, it's always possible. You get through it and do
Yeah,
it and everything, but it is a task, man.
yeah. So isomatic elevation series is far
Yeah, that's
easier to
nice.
work on by the way that they have it. But in that same regard,
And that's a
a
450.
a Manitowoc, a Manitowoc is just the same,
Mm. Mm-hmm.
because they
Yep.
both use that flapper as a way to stop the ice.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
yeah,
Which
in
is
that
a
regard, that style, which is what True has done.
yeah. Yeah. Which is
So that
smart. Which
yeah,
is smart. I really like the design of the true
yeah.
ice makers now. I really like them, and I think we I think we were talking about that recently, Mike. We met. Well, I met someone in common with you at one of the true
Oh
classes.
yeah. Yeah, yeah,
Um,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Adam, Adam,
Adam Puckett. Adam
Adam
Puckett. Let me
Puckett.
see if I can
Yeah,
find. Let me see if I can find this thing I got. Yeah, Adam Puckett. I was talking with industry people, and I'm
yeah,
throwing out the name Adam Puckett, and they go, "Whoa, Adam Puckett hasn't worked here in 5, 6 years."
yeah,
I said, "Wait a
yeah,
minute, is that the same one that's over there at True now?" They go, "Yep."
yeah.
And they,
That
they
was
start
him.
diving into him and his wife, and they still own a house over here and all this stuff, and we worked together for over 10 years, and
Yeah,
so it's a small
it's a
industry.
small world, man.
Six
It's a
degrees of
small world,
separation
and
it's a serious thing. It's a
yeah,
real thing. Where the hell's that training thing I got? Because I'm gonna show it to you. And to address the chat real quick, none of those brands you're talking about are real brands. They're not real. They're not real. So he's while I look up this thing. So HVACR is talking about what I got on the screen right now, which are
oh,
rebranded items from other manufacturers. So if
mm,
you look here, this is nothing but the same unit that um, MVP is using.
mm,
Whoever, no one wants to buy Hang Seng Wong Fang ice machine.
mm-hmm,
They're not going to do it. So they just throw some name on there that sounds like it's from here, and then people have a comfortability with it. Anything like this, you're on your own.
mm-hmm.
Anything that's named Iceman by Chef Man or Ugg Lucky, and you should know by now, anything that says Lucky like that is going to be Korean in nature.
Mm-hmm.
Just like Lucky Gold Star, because you remember that name, Lucky Gold Star.
Yeah. Yeah.
So no, but you know what? I think Lucky Gold Star, LG is Lucky Gold Star. In case you guys don't know, I
LG.
know they try to say life's good and all that other stuff, but
Yeah.
it is,
LG products.
yeah,
Yeah. A lot of company businesses are doing that. They're using
oh yeah,
original product brands, and they're putting able to put their name on it with a
right,
cost. But
right, yeah. So it's just all these things, and AG
mm-hmm.
is like a European registration designation. So that's just telling you it's somebody out of Europe, somebody probably out of like Germany that
Mm,
is importing something out of China or Korea into the United States and just selling it on Amazon. You're not going to walk into any store anywhere in the United States and find AG Lucky on the sales floor.
yeah.
This is purely just online stuff. Service it at your own
Risk.
at your own risk. You run the risk of not
Good luck.
being able to get parts.
Good luck finding parts. That's what
Yeah.
I was gonna say. Some of them
Well,
you can't
you
find
got to know how
parts.
to cross reference it, right? So, and someone mentioned that to my on my last show. They were like, "Oh, could you come out with a list of cross referencing?" Hell no, I can't come out with that because
Whoa.
it
It's endless.
varies. Well. First of all, you're talking about something that is, hold on, Orion ice machine. You're talking about something that is ordered by the container load. So
Yeah.
these things change order by order. And
Yeah.
so if you can see on the screen, looks very similar, doesn't it? Control panel is in the same place, that upper right hand side. Vivor has it. Commercial ice machine, Ice USA's got one. They are they're buying this stuff from they see AliExpress. You and I can go ahead and buy a container load, and they'll put whatever name we want on it, and they'll give
Mm-hmm.
us 1% parts, and they'll say, "Go with God, my child. Go with God."
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah.
these are not if you
Hey Mike,
if you have
can you put that screen up that you were just talking about? I don't think it came up on
oh
so they could see it.
oh yeah, sorry about that. Glitchy, glitchy,
Yeah, there
glitchy.
you go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So here it is right there. So through Vivor, they're
Yeah.
selling it. Ice Machine USA, they're selling it. These are
Yeah.
not real units. So typically, when these things go down, they are down for the count. They actually through MVP sells this same machine. It actually has some kind of like a UV light built into it, and the UV light takes out the ice machine. It takes out the board.
Mm.
See, Home Depot is selling it
Mm.
as whatever the hell name they got. They don't even have a name. They don't even have a name.
Yeah.
It doesn't have a name because it doesn't matter. See, there they go under all these other names: Sim Life, TTL, TITTLA. It's all the same machine. Kool Aid, it doesn't. That's why you guys are going nuts trying to figure out some. Yeah, you guys are going nuts trying to figure out these things. They're not real. They're not real. There's no There's no singular manufacturer that's using their own name cranking these things out. It's like a Tosa. They
Mm-hmm.
making it and they whoever's willing to buy it, they'll put it out
They'll
there
put
under
their
that
name
name.
on it.
Yeah. Hold on one second. Let me see what I got. The people's favorite,
Yeah.
but different.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the problem that you have is these are not American made. And I know you guys are used to stuff from LG, Samsung, the new GE Chinese made stuff, but this isn't that. This isn't
Yeah.
made to some unified standard.
Mm-hmm.
There isn't, you can't take a part from a Scotsman and put it on an Isomatic. You can't take a part from Scotsman and put it on a Manitowoc. You can't take a part from
Yeah.
Scotsman and put it on a Hoshizaki. There's no part that is cross utilized.
Yep.
Not one.
Yep.
So, and that's the same thing with this. You could take a part from this Mojagar ice
Yeah.
machine
Yeah.
and fix a gelati ice machine.
Yeah.
What the hell is it these
They got the wildest names for them, don't they?
I feel like this is being some kind of prank or something. All right,
Yeah.
you can fix like kind because
Yeah.
but different.
but these are
Exactly.
so here's what you're going to run into. These are not real units. They're not wanting to. They don't want to pay. First of all, anytime you see this service call, this dollar amount, that's what our repair charges are going to be. So
Mm-hmm.
there's no need for me even to go over there. There's no money
Mm-hmm.
in them there hills for
Yep.
me. No service technician worth their salt would even bother with this.
Yep.
The best you could do is tell the client, buy another one. I'll disconnect this one and reinstall the
And
new one and
reinstall the
all the
new
way.
one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because these are not made to be serviced.
No.
After this style has made its run, there'll be a whole another one with completely different parts.
Yeah.
Oh, I forgot about a toaster. Yeah, you can't even take part from a toaster ice machine and put it on this.
Mm.
So what I
Mm-hmm.
was trying to do is I I worked on these as an MVP, and that's what I wanted to show you guys. Hold on, MVP group. Make sure you guys can see. All right, so this is MVP. So it looks slightly different. So under the, oh yeah, Osian, that's what it is. Osian.
Cyan.
Under this Osian name,
I seen that come up on. Yeah, pulled that up a few videos ago too. That
yeah.
Cyan. I seen that a
So
couple times.
because I'm the service provider for MVP, I end up getting stuck working on these. And this
Yeah.
is, it looks a little different than those, but it's essentially the same. So instead of the controls spreading out across the top,
Mm-hmm.
the other ones are, and I've actually, so this is what they're going to be moving to. After this crop is gone, they're going to look like this.
Wow.
The ones that's on Home Depot and Amazon. So after those are all sold off, this is what they're going to look like, because these Osians used to have that same rectangular control panel.
Control panel.
Yeah, and then they moved away from it. The setup, the configuration on the inside, you end up with wire rot,
Oh.
like
From
the other one. So
condensation or leakage.
yes, so
Okay.
that constant splatter from the water
Yeah.
coming off the chill plate, it
Yeah.
it corrodes the wires that connect at the bottom.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a Molex plug, and it just rots the plug, it rots the wires,
Mm.
and then the display doesn't work. The machine will still work without it, so the customer will continue to use it.
Right.
And then, like I said, the other issue is that it has this. See, it says, it should say it over here. Sanitation, removable water filter, antimicrobial, but it has a. It's funny because they're not even mentioning it, but it has a UV light,
UV light.
and that
Okay.
and that UV light tends to go out, and it
Yeah.
takes out the board. So it
Board.
has a board like Isomatic. Everything is on the right side. So that's
Okay.
where the control panel is, pretty much in the same system
How does
like
that front?
Isomatic.
How does that front panel open up, Mike? Is it
It's
open towards you or up? You got to pull it up.
it goes up.
Oh,
You have the screws down. I think this is the
gotcha.
big. There it is. So
I
there's
got you.
one screw on the left, and the other one is on the right. I did one at a hotel
Yeah.
some time ago, and I documented on Instagram and YouTube, but it was a while ago.
Mm.
It
They
was
hold up. They hold up fairly well, though. You
no,
think?
no,
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 because of
no,
that issue with the wiring.
because of it.
Ah,
One, because of that issue with the wiring. Two,
yeah,
because of the placement of the control. So, like I said before, the main control board is on the right hand side. They place it in a box that protrudes into the ice making section.
okay.
Water eventually leaks into that box where the
Wow.
board is, and yeah, like I said, it'll take it out. So the picture I have is it blows. It will blow out the whole backside of that control board where
Control board. Wow.
yeah, because there's no contactor. The power goes right
Okay.
into the board. So it has no protection there. It has no protection from the UV light. The UV light plugs right into the board.
Oh,
And it
that's
still has a
yeah.
fuse.
That's definitely.
Yeah. Yeah. So it still
Does
has
have
a fuse, but it
fuse? It
still
has
takes it out.
a fuse for the board.
It has a fuse to the board, but it's
Wow.
only going to protect it from
Yeah.
incoming power. It doesn't protect it from any of the other components that
the
are
UV
wired
light.
directly into the board with no protection,
Oh,
no other
that's a
protection to it.
design
So
issue, definitely. Yeah.
because they
Mm.
don't care.
Yeah,
It's
really
skipping.
they don't because they look at it
No,
as you get you get you get 3 years out of it, you get 4 years out of
if
it,
that,
you'll
yeah,
buy
if
another
that.
one or you'll replace it. Yeah.
Yep. So
Yeah.
it is a disaster and a
And
half.
Mike,
It is a
Mike,
disaster and
where's the filter at on that?
there is none.
No filter?
No filter.
Oh, okay.
No filter.
Yeah.
No filter. And you won't find any training stuff. You won't find any other
Yeah.
information because it's based on the run. When the run is
Yeah.
done on that production model, when the parts are done, they move on to the next one. And as you can see here,
Yeah.
hey, look, stuff is all in Chinese writing. Stuff is all in Chinese writing.
Yeah.
So these customers, they feel like they're getting over, they're beating the system, and then
Mm-hmm.
they get very upset. Oh, I don't understand. I paid, what is it, $1,400? I paid a whole thousand. Yeah, dude, you paid
Yeah.
$1,000 versus $8,000. Yeah, yeah, you really beat
Yeah.
the system. It's like I don't feel any pity for you. You got what you deserve. If you had all Hoshizaki in your hotel, and instead of paying for maintenance, instead of paying me to come out there and take care of them, instead of paying me to come out there and take care of your isomatic, because some of these guys I've actually talked to. Oh no,
Yeah.
you're too much. I'm not going to pay for you. Blah 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 blah. All right,
Oh yeah.
you're gonna get what you deserve, and then I'm gonna come back and I'm gonna laugh at you, and I come back and I laugh at them.
And they and and they will call eventually.
They have no choice.
They
And
will
I come
call.
back and I go, yeah, you called me. And I show
Yeah.
them all the documentation. I say, yeah, here it is. I ain't got a call from this place. I came by to check on it.
Yep.
Here's the date. Here's the picture because I always take pictures, and I do not delete my pictures.
Yep.
You can get a Google Drive for free. Everybody gives you cloud storage for a certain amount for free. Just title some
Mm-hmm.
ice machines, title whatever cloud storage, hot side or cold side, and start storing your photos over there. After 5 years of
That is so
production,
important.
yeah.
That is so
So
important.
after 5 years, you can start pruning.
Yeah, and I mean just really being able to document the equipment you're working on
Yeah.
is such a plus. And yeah, I mean you never know what you run into when you go to visit a customer, and it's like you got it right there in your pocket. It's on your phone.
Yes.
You got all of your footage, all of your equipment
Hmm.
for that particular company or business, so you can always refer to it
Yes. Because they lie. They
without having to,
lie. They lie.
play the guessing game.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. They say, oh, there
yeah,
was nothing wrong with my other machine. My other machine was just fine. It was just fine. I said, oh, really? This was just fine. And I showed them all the scale build up, the circulation pump that seized up, and all. This is what you call just fine. Oh, my friend, you have that. Yes,
mm-hmm,
I have that. Of course, I have that.
mm-hmm,
Oh,
mm-hmm.
oh, yeah. Then they're busted. Then they're busted, and you watch them
Yeah,
start shuffling. So you gotta give it to them.
yeah,
You gotta give it to them.
yeah,
So they're gonna come with lies and
yeah,
deceits. They're gonna come with deception, and you need the truth on your
yeah.
side. And a picture is worth 1,000 words.
That's
It's
all you
it's gonna
need,
have, yeah.
and the truth is in those pictures. Yeah,
Oh, my people say you
in
were
those
here. My
pictures.
people say no one ever showed up. Boom,
Mm-hmm.
timestamp on the
Wait,
photo.
yeah, yeah. Or you
I
were
go,
here,
I
you
go,
didn't work on it.
yeah, yeah. I go, what is
Yeah,
this? Oh,
yeah,
I don't. Yeah, I know you don't know. Uh-huh. and
Yeah.
they immediately find something else to do, and they go run away.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they literally go run away.
Now that's true. That brother saying there, they think we're stupid and we work for free.
Yeah,
Yeah, I mean that is it because the thing for them
no, I
is to get out of it as cheaply as they can, you know,
yes,
and they're gonna try to play any trick in the book. I mean, not every customer is like that, but you got a good amount that you will find
yeah.
that, you know.
It's better to have the proof than not to have it. You can always delete it later. You can always delete it. So I always, like I tell
Yeah,
Brother
or
Charles,
even a lot of times I'll download onto USB or something, you know.
yeah, yeah, you can do that. Plenty of drives, plenty of.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man, I got. So you got the SSD hard drives, and you can just
Yeah,
like what photographers use. Um,
yeah,
you have plenty of drives you can do. They are very inexpensive now. Um, let me see here. Let me see here. They are extremely inexpensive. My only problem is that I have a tendency to get those kind of things wet, or I get
yeah,
corrosive chemicals on them. So I keep my
yeah.
stuff in the cloud, and I have pictures from 20 some years ago.
Wow, yeah,
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. I have to force myself to delete old. I mean, like really old. I mean,
yeah.
these people have
I do that
passed
too.
away. They're no longer on
Yeah,
this earth. The buildings are no longer standing anymore. And I
yeah,
still got pictures of
yeah.
the equipment that was in there. The people that are
It's like you get
long since
attached to them, you know.
moved on. Yeah, I don't. I might need that model serial number. Yeah, I'm never going to need the model serial number of this 30-year-old item. I'm not going to need that.
Yeah,
So here it is right here for around a
yeah.
hundred bucks. Here's a portable. This is what is that? 7 terabytes? Or what is this? How many terabytes is
Seven
this? Yeah, I
terabytes.
don't know
I
what
think
they're
it's
trying to
seven.
say. They're but here the $39 for and this is at Walmart. Okay, 500 gigabyte. Okay, here you go. So yeah, let me see what the 8 terabyte out of stock. But I'm pretty sure. So you can get up to your terabyte of storage.
Yeah,
So it all depends on
wow.
what you
That's a lot of
want to do,
space.
and then you have it right there. So if you don't have good internet service where you are, you don't have to worry about that. You can have it in the truck, and you can go out there and get the SSD drive, and go ahead and show them. Say,
Mm-hmm.
hey, here's the picture from where I was.
Mm-hmm.
This is what the condition of the unit was like. And yes, the guy was here at such and
Yeah.
so time.
Well,
I don't care what your people say. Here's the time. Oh, how did you get this? From being on the property, from being allowed on the property by your employees. Oh, they
mm-hmm.
didn't tell me that you were here. I did not know.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, sure you did. Sure you did.
Yeah.
Yeah, I left the
But
hotel owner
a
on red
lot of
for the
times
same
now
reason.
a lot of times now the companies the manufacturers are requiring pictures, you know? So that's I mean
Yes.
that's why it's so important. So important just to keep pictures cuz a lot of them want to see everything from beginning to end some of them.
Well, this is something that everyone needs to sign up with, and that is companies like EcoTrack. So what
Yeah.
they're doing is they're geolocating the technicians, and they will log in.
Mm.
Yeah, they'll log in and using Wi-Fi and everything else. See, they're using Dutch Brothers, Flynn Group, which is a bunch of
Yeah.
restaurants. Um, this movie theater, Ike's, Jack in the Box, Jamba Juice, Jersey Mike's, among a
Wow.
few. There's McDonald's.
Yeah.
Mendocino Farms, Panera. So they're using this at Popeyes,
Panera
all that kind of
Bread.
stuff. So what they're doing is you upload, like you said before, you upload the pictures of what you're working on,
Mm-hmm.
and then it's also going to have your geolocation showing that yes, someone was on site, someone was here.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Yeah, because you remember like wow, it started years ago. FM, remember like FM? They
Yeah.
were they like came in and took over like the middleman between the corporates and the service providers. And now it's Vixo. Like Vixo bought it out, but
Hmm.
even with them, they used to it would be like if you went on a job that they sent you a work ticket, you send the work ticket in. If you didn't have pictures with that work ticket, you didn't get paid. So
Right.
it like that's just how they want it. And that's a good way of doing it now is taking pictures of everything, man, and record everything, record the work, particular
Hmm.
work that you're trying to show. Take a picture of it before. Take a picture of it after you were done. Take a picture of it when it was when you put it into operation, and before
Yes.
you left the site. Because a lot of them you'll catch. Oh, when he left, it stopped working, or
Yo, yeah.
just before he left, it was not working, and he said he would be back. You'll get all kinds of stories. So
Hmm.
just to cover yourself, that's a real important thing to do.
But just as you
Save
said,
save those
the most
pictures.
right, the most important one, the most common one is you charge me and your guy was never here.
Mm. Yep. Yep.
What do you mean you charged me for this? This machine
Yeah.
was working. We never called for service. And now you give me a bill? Now you charge my credit card? Now you charge me? So that's why we always take pictures showing that if it's an ice
Yep.
machine, that the bin was empty. So always before and after. It is the most.
Yep.
It's more important than fixing the machine because even if you show up and you can't fix the machine right then and there, or you need to quote them on a new machine, you need to show that the machine um, was in disrepair at the time.
Yep.
You need to show the
Yep.
condition that it was
Show
in, wires that are
yeah.
loose,
Show
whatever.
yeah. Error codes that are on screens. Take pictures of those.
Yes.
Take pictures of those error codes. Like because that's your purpose for
Yeah.
being out there. Oh, it had an F3
Yeah.
error,
Yeah.
or uh, or it's the lights flashing. Stuff like that. But yeah, just cover yourself, guys, and everyone,
Buddy,
just cover
buddy,
yourself
what do
out
you
there.
mean, buddy? It was working just fine before you got
Yeah,
here. What do you mean, buddy? Buddy, what do you mean?
yeah. But there's
Go
no
away.
ice in
Go
the
away.
bin when you got
You
there,
never
right?
need this here. What do you mean, buddy? It's fine. It's fine. It's fine.
Yeah,
It's fine.
yeah.
It's fine,
You,
buddy. Go.
you know the one that
Go, buddy.
the one I love, Mike, is when you give them the bill and you give them the invoice and then they say oh not my store now, not my store, so
I
store,
tell
go
that.
to you go to new owner with that. I
I
mean,
tell that
that
to
cracks
people
me up,
all
man.
the time. They don't understand that. No, no, he owes you.
Yeah,
I am Patel. The
yeah.
other guy, I just took over the store. The other guy, you go find him. You go find him.
You go
He
find the
owns
other
this
guy.
place.
Yeah,
You go. I know.
yes,
Okay,
sir.
I just got this place. I know all you. Who call you? Who call you? I not call you. I know the machine is
Hmm.
working. I don't need you. I don't know why you're here.
Yeah, I don't know why you're here.
I don't know why you're here. Well, no, because it
That's
wasn't
too
working.
funny.
I came and fixed it. Your clerk told me come back. The guy with the money is gonna be here
Yeah,
at 10.
yeah,
It's
yeah,
10:01. I'm here for my
yeah.
money.
You're right, right,
Buddy, buddy, buddy.
right.
Hey, I hear you, buddy. I hear you. but I
Mm-hmm.
it's not me.
I
It's not me. You or the other guy. I just bought this place.
yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
I know all you.
you well you call him for me.
Right, right.
Yeah. I don't have his I don't have his number.
And
You
so
should have his number.
all right,
I
I'm gonna
can
let you
call you.
tackle this one first because they always hear me say the same thing over and over again. So, all right, brother contractor, he's got his own channel too, and he, I just thought about it the other day because I was at a location and there was a company out there pressure washing the parking lot.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so his question is this: he says, "My apologies, but I have to ask: is there a list of companies to work for?"
As far as um being a service partner, or as far as like employment type of work.
Let's see if
That's
he's
my
not.
that's
Matter of
my
fact, why don't you
question
just come
because
on, brother?
I
You
mean
can, yeah. Why don't
uh
you just, brother contractor, just come on, black out your screen, and just come on.
oh yeah,
Yeah, because he got his own channel. He got the microphone. He
yeah,
got
there we go.
all of that. So,
Oh
uh,
yeah, definitely.
yeah. So, brother, just come on up. You don't have to be on screen. Just come on up, ask your question. That
Oh
way, we don't have
okay,
to deal with all this lag
okay, I
because
got you.
there's a lot to your question. There's so much. That's why I'm showing you this stuff right now.
Hmm.
Serve Gordon Food Service, and oh, that reminds me. That reminds me because I'm a Gordon Food Service customer, and and now
Yeah, I see Gordon Food Service a lot. Out on
check
the
this
road.
out.
Cisco. Cisco.
Cisco to go.
Mm.
I showed my wife that picture. So what the hell is Serve? Let's see if this brother come. Hey, I got the link. Hold on, let me see if he got the link.
InnoServe, I've heard of InnoServe also,
Heard of
Mike.
Serve? I
Up
didn't know it
here.
was part of Gordon. Service partner. That's what I'm saying. You got to come up, brother. Hold on one second.
Oh, okay. Uh,
Let me see what these guys are talking about. But here's the link, brother contractors. To just come on up. You don't have to be on camera. Just come on, put in your icon. Come on up, and then we can. There you go. There the brother is.
there he is. All right.
You got to unmute yourself. You got to unmute yourself. So let me look up this serve.
Yeah, it won't let you
There he
unmute.
is.
I
No,
think
that's
he's
me. All
unmuted.
right, so he's good. He's good
He's
now.
unmuted.
Yeah,
Yep,
Yes,
he's
sir.
it.
there he is. The man, the
Salute,
myth,
big
How you
the
bro.
doing,
legend
brother
himself.
contractor?
Brother
Good,
contractor, what's up?
good. Salute to you, gentlemen. How y'all doing tonight?
Yes, sir.
Good. How are you, brother contractor?
Oh,
I've been waiting. I've been sitting back, hoping, praying, and wishing for this night where I can be up here with the heavy hitters.
you don't need no invitation, man.
Oh, come on now. Yeah,
Brother,
it's
all you got, you don't need no invitation. I put the link up there all the time, but y'all don't need an invitation.
yeah,
Yeah, man, just come
yeah.
on.
It's
Oh
good to be on. It's good to be on
no,
with all of you.
myself personally, like I shut my business down,
Ooh. Which
and
part of the business?
no, the remodel,
Yeah.
and I dove right into the appliance thing.
Oh,
With
Congratulations.
congratulations,
so
brother.
thank you.
How,
It-
how's it been going out there for you? You're picking up some traction?
Yes, but it's not as much as I would like. So volume
Uh,
is always volume is my issue personally.
Well, what is it that you want to focus on?
That's the thing. I haven't picked a niche yet.
Yeah,
Everything,
all
me,
right.
from
What do
everyday
you
installs to
Yeah, but what do
boilers
you feel,
to yeah.
brother? What do you feel comfortable with?
I would be happy just doing I'm not gonna lie to you, just doing dryers and washers. That would be
No, no,
ideal if I could get in
that,
like on
mm,
a commercial
perfect.
level.
That's perfect. Well,
Yeah, and
yeah,
especially if that's where you're feeling comfortable at,
right.
contractor. That's what you want to go with. You want to go with where you're comfortable at, and what you're gonna be doing with them. That's where you'll be able to put more focus on. You'll be able to put more focus on that as opposed to jumping from this piece of equipment to that piece of equipment, and it could kind of get overwhelming. So it's
Yeah.
best to start off where you feel comfortable at. So I think that's good, especially with washers and dryers. The way laundry
Mhm.
industry's been open forever. You know.
Well, brother, and so brother contractor knows about trucking, and so he's actually been to Loves and that kind of stuff, and so I've talked to him about that. That he knows that there are washers and dryers at those convenience store at those gas stations. So that's something
What?
I had talked to him about. Say, hey, look,
Are
you
those like rest stops? Like rest stop areas for truckers?
well, yeah, they're gas stations.
Okay.
So
Okay.
it's
Okay.
yeah, so it's just
Yeah.
that they're gas stations, and they are large enough to fit big rigs, and so you go in. It's just like a regular Circle K. It's just like a regular uh, yeah. It's just like a regular convenience store, but what they do have is they also have an additional area for showers. They also have an additional
Okay.
area for laundry. So they have washers and dryers in those places.
Mhm.
Um, you also want to focus on
Mhm.
all sorts of hotels because even the big ones, the nice ones, they have the washers and dryers available to the people who are staying there. And those
Mm.
more
Mhm.
times than not are going to be some variation of a residential unit modified to take card or cash.
Mhm.
And then of course you
Mhm.
got your mid-level hotels, and you got your flop house, your Patel Buddy Special, where they stay there, where they live in the hotel. And so they also then
Mhm.
have your at least one or two. They might even have one or two washers, but they always have the washer and dryer that they need to uh, wash the sheets and towels with. And like I said, when it comes to the washers and dryers, don't forget about your retirement homes. Don't forget about your adult daycares. Some of them will also have washer and dryers. You cannot forget about your nail salons. Some of them will wash and dry their own towels. Your blow and go places, the hair drying
Yeah.
places, they will also wash and dry their own towels, and they will have a mix of commercial and residential washers and dryers. So you're going to need to study up on your Electrolux, which is Laundry Lux, Wascomat, and Hero, and that's over there where brother Kevin Tate is at. So that's on the East Coast. That is your Long Island. So they have those
Oh,
training
they're out
classes
of
are
Long
free.
Island.
Yeah. That stuff is
Mm.
free. See here, they finally fixed it. So classes are roving around the country. So Seattle,
Mhm.
Portland, and these are all free. And but the classes, oh, see, there's your Maryland, Electrolux in Tulsa,
Yeah.
San Antonio, and then they are going to every month they have the classes in at the factory over there in on Long Island, and those classes are
Yeah.
free. Yeah, those classes are free, so make sure you attend those. Um, you also have Dexter. Dexter Laundry is very prevalent in all those places I just mentioned to you before because they run a ton of promotions, ton of promotions. and they also have a ton of videos. I've had a lot of success with guys picking up commercial doing Dexter. It's just like I mentioned before, nail care salons, barber shops, the guys that do the straight razor with the hot towel, they
Right.
oftentimes
With the
will
towel. Yeah.
use, yes, they will, to cut down on cost, they will wash and dry their own towels. And so under support,
Makes
technical
sense.
documents, look up, they have their own parts, and then they have their troubleshooting guys along with, see, here's their videos. And see, brother, it's a lot easier to pick up when you focus on something specific.
Yep.
It's
Yep.
not really
And what?
recommended for you guys to go and do all this stuff because you're not going to be profitable doing all this stuff, chasing the dragon. You ain't gonna.
Hmm.
It's going to take you 10 times longer to be profitable than if you just focus on one thing. It's going to take
Hmm.
more effort on your part to attract the customer, but you're going to be more profitable. You're dealing with less parts. You're dealing with less training. All right, because now you're not like me and brother Tate here. We're training on different coffee machines, brewers. If something new
Brewers,
comes
ice
out in a
makers,
speed oven, we're running out there trying to find out about it.
ovens.
Yes. Oh,
Yeah. Yeah. What?
CombiTherm just came
Mike.
out with
What?
a. Did you see that they just came out with a
What would
new
you?
new oven
What would you?
today?
No, I didn't see that. CombiServe?
Yeah. No,
No,
ComboTherm.
I didn't see that.
And
No,
they
I didn't
offered
see
me
that,
training.
Mike.
They offered me training on Monday. Here's the new one. See? Watch it. May 15th at 4 p.m.
Oh,
global
okay.
launch. Yeah.
Convo, convo song,
Combo
convo
therm.
term.
Yeah. So it's
Okay.
you'll see them put this in quick serve locations because so this is their thing. This new one is focusing, as you can see, on air frying.
Mm-hmm.
So now they're focusing on all these places to serve items that normally would be fried, but now you don't need to deal with oil.
Yep. Yep.
And this brother right here is right. He said InnoServe did that to him. He had to learn juice, coffee, buns, bun equipment,
Bun,
brewers, grinders, then
brewers,
dishwashers and laundry.
grinders.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
a never
Yep.
ending. It's a never ending thing. And then okay, so he's one of the few that's like me. He knows chemicals as well. So that's another thing.
Okay. Yeah. See with that though, that's a lot of experience that you picked up. So
Yeah,
yeah, even if you went out on your own, you would know what would fit you best, that you
yeah,
would be more comfortable on working on. You would know that better. Just like contractor feels like he's more comfortable with the laundry.
hmm
That's how that's the way you go. Don't try to make things more difficult for yourself.
yeah,
Work smarter, not harder. So go with the brand that and or the specialty that that you
yes.
feel more comfortable. Hey Mike,
Always start.
what would you
What's that?
say would be some of the top
Uh
some of
oh,
the
you're
better
muted. Okay. What?
manufacturers in the laundry?
Oh, yeah, that's what I was saying. It's
Oh,
it's 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 Wascomat,
you got.
Electrolux,
Mm-hmm.
and Hero. That's all the same. That's all the same. It's the same piece of
Okay.
equipment with just three different brand names on it for distribution purposes. So that's Electrolux. Same Electrolux. That is the
Yeah.
that's
Yep.
Electrolux.
Yep.
Um, then you got Dexter. So Dexter
Right.
is made here in the United States. It's made in Wisconsin.
Right.
So I always go with Dexter. I lean towards um, the Speed Queen family last because they are difficult to work with. And
Mm,
funny, hold on, funny you should say that. They sent me an email today. Yeah,
really?
Speed Queen's a pain in the ass to work with. But Speed Queen just sent me today. They sent
Okay.
me. Hold on one second. I have to. Yeah, I know. I know. There's an echo Slipknot. It's. There's another window on, and Brother Tate don't know where it is, so we can't find it just yet. So I'm
Yeah.
sorry, but we gonna have to bear with it.
Oh, he's still getting the echo there, Mike.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
So if you guys,
All right.
let me see if you guys can see this. Hold on. Damn it. Hold on. What I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna do a screenshot and then put it up on the screen, or maybe I'll just do this. So Jennifer from Speed Queen on the residential side emailed me about service training in Dallas and Houston, Texas. They're going to be here June 13th. So it's June. So you're going to need to contact Jen. So they're doing these classes all around the United States. Oh, I got the PDFs. Hold on, I can put up the PDFs. So let me add these to my let me add this to my there it is. All right, I got one
How's
PDF.
that, Mike?
No, it's still there.
Still there?
Yeah, it's still there. Well, it's all right. We'll just make it through. Don't worry about it. I'm just glad you're here. I'm just glad you're here, brother.
I hear you.
All right, hold on. I got this other one coming. Let me take this off the screen and show these PDFs. Actually, you know what? I can just load them up. Just load these damn things up. There it is. Open. So I'm loading these up. So she's only giving this to me specific to my market. So you're gonna need to contact her. I believe her number is in here. Because I'm still teeter-tottering on the line because I have customers that, like I said before, they're utilizing both pieces of equipment. I might go to I'll give you a good example of that. I have a commercial customer that makes custom soaps. Uh-oh. So they do it's a chain of stores, and the girls will come in and they'll have a little birthday party, and they're at the end of the birthday party they go home with their own soaps and bath bombs and stuff like that. Well, they have commercial dishwashers in the place, and then they also have washers and dryers. And so they're kind of in limbo because they'll call a residential provider and then they won't come out there, or they get the residential provider and they won't work on the dishwasher, but they'll call me and I'm able to do both.
Yeah.
So I still
Oh, yeah.
dibble dabble and all that. Yes, I still stay up. I try to stay up to date on information. All right,
Yeah.
hold on one second. Let me get back into this.
You do very well with that.
Yeah, you just want to be able to take care of your people. All right, so let me put these PDFs up here.
Can I say something real quick?
Of course.
The walking that line between commercial and residential is because I'm still new to it. I'm only like 2 years in. It is overwhelming. I will say that, but
it's not supposed to be done.
The money that can be made off of it it's amazing.
Yeah, but it's an advanced thing. It's not an intro thing. It takes years to master just one of them.
Yep.
So
Right.
I do it,
Yeah, it
but
does.
I do it, and I'm able to speak on it. I'm not telling you guys to do it. I'm just telling you how the guys that are branching over from residential to go to commercial, I'm able to tell them how it's done. And then if you're new, just like you, contractor, you starting up, I can guide you on either way you want to go. If you want to go on the commercial side, I can tell you how you can do that. If you want to do residential, I can tell you how to do that. But as far as starting both, that's a recipe for disaster. You really don't want to do that.
It sucked. I ain't gonna lie. It sucked.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why I
Yeah,
listen.
because
That's
it's
why I
it's
listen to
two
you.
different things. It's two different
Yeah.
things. It's like trying to work
Yeah.
on a
It's very
Volvo
tough.
car, a Volvo sedan, and then you want to try to work on a Volvo tractor trailer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
All fact. All fact.
no. So on the screen, before I lose you guys, on the screen you'll see the information for Jennifer at Alliance. So you guys can contact her about going to training in your local area. Uh-oh, Kevin, you're frozen. Are you moving? Uh-oh. Okay, you're moving now. All right. So this is for training in my neck of the woods. There's training in Dallas. That's on one of the other ones, but it's taking a little while to pull up that PDF. So it's funny you should bring that up because I just got this from her this morning. So her information is there. Let me put that in the link for all you guys that
Oh
are
yeah.
dibble dabbling in the laundry. She's on the residential side. She can't help you on the commercial. Everything is segmented. JENNI.
So she's is she strictly for residential, Mike?
Yes, yes.
Okay.
All of them are that way. Everything is segmented because parts are different and
Mhm.
everything else like that. So it doesn't even make any sense to join them all. It's just like with us. It's very
Mhm.
confusing to hire a person off the street and then you're going to train them to provide information to technicians, and you're trying to tell them about both. Nah, it's not possible.
Right. Right.
So they keep everything separate. Residential is separate. So even if you have an account like I do, even if you have an account on residential, they won't recognize you on the commercial side. You have to go through the whole process on the
Mhm.
commercial side to get recognized. That's why I'm trying to tell these guys about residential. On True, you got to get recognized with True on all their different
Oh,
divisions they got. That's why you got to go to the training classes. So Jennifer
training.
Mueller
Yeah.
at ALLIANCELS.com. Okay, so here's her email address. If you guys can't see it, that's her email address. So you can email her and inquire about Speed Queen Residential. Now, it's residential made equipment, but this is still going to be in some of your nail salons. This is still going to be in your hotels
Mhm.
as well. It's technically not OPL, but it's going to be coin op. It's going to be coin op or card operated, and it's not your 80 pounder. This is the same one that's at a person's home. So I just don't opt to service the home.
Yep.
I will just do it at a commercial. That's what I do. I do it at a commercial setting. I'm not going to anybody's house. But I carry the commercial for the I carry
Yep.
the insurance for the commercial. So that's why they always try to keep me in the loop because they know if they get into a situation, they know they can always call everybody's favorite asshole. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, this guy. Oh, they won't let nobody else in. Oh, we got. Oh
Hey, yo,
God, won't let the
I hate dealing with
parking.
him, but I hate dealing with him,
they
but he
be hurt.
fixes it all the time.
Well, yeah, he fixes it, and he's the one that's got the insurance for it. You know that
Yeah.
residential, you're not going to have the insurance that's going to let you park
Or they
at that facility.
or
They're
they
not going to
want
let you in.
Yeah.
or they want to complain about the rate.
Oh,
the rate,
Speed Queen
the rate's
always.
too high.
Speed Queen's rate is akin to slavery. They rate.
Mm.
I saw, brother. They got a rate guide book that's this thick. They
Yeah.
have A and B
Yeah.
service terms. Oh, that is an A service. This is a B service. A service pays
Wow.
this. B service pays that. I'm like, you know what? Fuck you, Speed
Wow.
Queen. Fuck you.
Yeah.
Oh,
They always get they always get butt hurt over the price. Always. Always.
always. So
Yeah.
it's
Something
one of
about it.
those things. But
Oh
I'm in
yeah.
a
Oh
position
yeah.
to do that. I don't need them. You, on the other hand, my friend, that is a different story. You, on the other hand, now you gotta weigh this case by case basis.
Yes, sir.
Yeah,
Yes, sir.
Medicaid game.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Cause,
And
I still deal with
and you
the
try
warranty
to make
companies,
try
insurance
to make
companies.
try to make those calls work for you.
Yeah, you convert those calls into money.
Mm-hmm.
Get that? It's a warranty, but they don't, this is commercial. They don't care. Once their obligation is done, they don't care who goes out there and takes care of it. Technically, you're the one that's supposed to get first crack at it once the warranty's up. If you
Yeah.
going out there, you're the one that's supposed to be going out there from then on. It's not like you do the heavy lifting and then somebody else comes in on the easy stuff.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I remember that from that Chipotle startup I did.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was interesting when I got that call. But oh yeah, can you come back out? I'm like, yeah, for this rate. They were like, yeah, that's a lot. That's a lot of money.
So
But
Yeah.
well, you know what? You got to get in there, brother. And then once you get in there, once they know you can deliver, be honest with you, the rate, any issue with rate fades away.
Yeah. It
okay,
will.
Any
It
issue,
will.
no matter what you charge, those issues go away once you've proven that you can take. Once you've proven that you come to the location when they need you there. Once you prove that you take care of the stuff in an expedited fashion, they don't care. I've already explained to you guys before. These other companies out there are multi-million dollar companies, and they didn't get to be multi-million dollars by charging
Yeah.
$100. They are not charging these people $100. So you cannot. I don't
Mm-hmm.
care what kind of PhD you have. You can't make $100 into a $400 million service company. It's not. It's not happening. It's not happening.
Mm-hmm.
that's a big
These,
fact right there.
these guys charge a hell of a lot more than that. Is funny. Well, of course you guys gonna bring that up, but yeah, I had to sit down with a customer today because oh, I need you to come out and I need you out. Oh man, help me, help me, help me. So I come by. It was on my way home. I made sure I made my money for the day. I made sure I take care of what I had to, and even though he was cash, I still put him off till last. So and
Mm-hmm.
then I went out there. Before you came on, brother, it was a Blue Air, and I had to it was in a vacuum, and I had to add refrigerant to it. It needs more work, but if the health department were to come today, he would get cited. So I
Oh
took care
yeah.
of putting gas in there so he can make a decision, and so his food won't get anybody sick. And he oh
Mm-hmm.
he bitched and whined and cried about that bill I gave him. Oh, why
Yeah.
would you charge me all this money and it's not even really fixed? I said, well,
Yeah.
I could come by and still charge you a service call fee and everything else, and then it's still not fixed. But at least I charged you for the service call fee, charged you to put the refrigerant in there, and you're able to use the unit. You don't have to keep putting ice in there,
Right.
and you don't have to worry about spoilage. So
Yeah.
now what do you want to do now?
Yeah.
Oh, hey, brother Kevin, this guy gonna tell me
Yes, sir.
that one of the largest service companies in the United States told him he was gonna get a free service call with repair. You know,
A
take
free
a guess.
service.
Take a guess of what I told him after that.
That mofo lied.
Right,
He lied.
right. So I
Bye.
told him, yeah, I told him, I said, I'll give you 30 minutes if you could produce a single bill from any major service firm, ISI, Tech 24, General Parts,
Yeah.
all these companies are in my market. If you could produce a single service ticket from any one of them
Ticket.
that is less, that is $500 or less, I will knock off $200 off my service. I will knock off $200 off this bill right now. Oh, he took
Mm-hmm.
all of the 30 minutes. He started showing me
Mm-hmm.
invoices and receipts from purchasing the unit. I said, sir, that's not from a service company. That's showing that you purchased the unit. Where's a service ticket from
Purchased it.
any one of
Yeah.
these guys?
Yeah.
Stammering, stuttering.
Right.
I mean, bruh, he was shuffling. He was shuffling. He was doing the two shoe. I said, show me a single bill from any one of these people. Here, let me show
That's
these
what you
guys
look
because I
for.
know they don't know
Yeah.
what I'm talking about. Hold on one second. When you hire a feller to assist you, is he a laborer or so? They are they are a laborer. They're not a subcontractor.
Mm.
They're a laborer. So
Yeah.
you really need
Yeah.
to
Most
structure the
times. Yeah. Most times you look at that as a labor.
yeah. Let's see here. Let me show you
Sorry,
the.
Mike. I think I stepped on you there.
No. You're fine. You're fine. That's why you're here. That's why you're here, brother. All right, hold on one second. Let me show you guys ISI. See if I can find the right ISI. ISI is so difficult to find. ISI. Let me see if I just do it ISI refrigeration. There we go. All right, here. This is LinkedIn. Let's see what LinkedIn shows us, or if they're going to give me any kind of drama. ISI is a commercial refrigeration company, a Trimark company. Been around since 1965. See, these companies are not new.
Mm-hmm.
These companies are not new. So let me show you something about Trimark. Trimark USA revenue. Let me do revenue 2024.
Probably a few billion.
2.3 billion to be exact.
Yeah.
Trimark USA revenue for 2024 was $2.3 billion.
Yeah.
Now, ISI
Figure
is
that.
is their service arm. So ISI, let me see here. So what they do is they can't depend on Tech 24. They can't depend on General Parts. They can't depend on all these other service providers to handle all their needs. So when they lease equipment, they have their own division, which is ISI, provide the install. They have their own division, which is ISI, provide the preventive maintenance. They have their own division doing the removal, all that kind of good stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so they own all kind of stuff, and they are all over. They used to go by 8 different names, and they've consolidated. So here's the divisions. In every part of the United
I
States,
seen a couple of their trucks too.
I know you did. Yeah, because they are okay. As of last month, the trucks no longer are going to say ISI. They are bringing in their trucks and they're putting Trimark on them.
Trimark. Yep.
Yeah, all the trucks, all the service trucks now say Trimark. I think the ISI name is going away.
What? Yep.
I've seen Trimark.
Yeah.
I've seen that because I've seen a number
Trimark is in
of
every.
Trimark trucks out now.
Trimark used to go under, like, I'm from Chicago, and here it used to be called, I forgot what the name used to be. It had one name. Trimark purchased that company, and then it had there it is, Marlin. Trimark So it used to be Marlin, and then it was Trimark Marlin.
Mm-hmm.
And so if you go in other parts, like here's Ohio, Idaho, it's Trimark Grill Group. Montana is it's another one. There's Canada, but so over there where you guys are on the East Coast, where their headquarters is, it's just Trimark.
Mm-hmm.
So Texas just has Trimark.
Yeah.
New York, that whole East Coast, New Jersey, all that stuff is just Trimark. And they are, yeah, you if you currently look around, you're gonna just see the name Trimark. Yeah, see they own Chef Toys. I
Yeah.
don't know if you can see that. ChefToys.com. So they bought a whole bunch of other stuff. And it's a build. So that's what I'm trying to say is you guys don't understand that your competitors are multi-million-dollar service companies backed by billion-dollar ownership. Billion-dollar. So some of the other service companies are owned by Partstown. Some of the other service companies are owned by Tech24, which is also a billion-dollar company. Billionaires are not investing in these service companies because they bring in a few $1,000.
Bought up a lot of companies.
Yeah.
It's multi-millions, literally.
Yeah.
Multi-millions.
Each technician is bringing in $1 million a year.
Yeah.
I
tried to explain it to some of the people I deal with or whatever. And I'm like, you don't understand.
They're not going to understand. They don't understand. They don't even understand the business.
A piece of equipment is everything from a toaster.
Yep.
To an MRI machine.
Oh yeah.
And that vastness as far as parts, pieces, and intricacy is nothing to be like scoffed at. Like literally, you can fit anywhere in this spectrum.
Oh yeah.
You can know how to fix it all, or you can just know how to fix a few things, and that's it. But you still gonna make some money. I shut down a remodeling business for this because it's
guys,
like
I got cut off there. I'm just coming back on.
Yeah, well here's your favorite because I haven't talked about the whole Tech24 monopoly in a while, so it's kind of difficult to even explain Tech24. So these are, man, even to go on the East Coast. So
it's wild.
Tech24 is you got to use these freaking legends that they got. So the round is actually Tech24 branded vehicles. All these guys, their paycheck says Tech24. Just so you guys know, all these different Tech Express, TMR, all of that, their actual paycheck doesn't say that other thing. It says Tech24. But people, they hold on to these names because people know those names in that market. So it's like, why rock the boat?
Yeah.
Just keep the party going. So this, and I'll just zoom in. So red, let's see here with some squares, Pronto. So you guys know Pronto and stuff like that. That's what's happening over there on the East Coast. They own these 3 companies just in New York by itself. And then right on over there in Connecticut, they own these other 2. So 3, 4, 5. So that's 5 companies right there. 5 companies right there.
Just in.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's just in like
New York, Connecticut.
Connecticut area.
So that's going to be Tech. You're going to see Tech24 driving around New York City. Boston. Baltimore, y'all say Baltimore, Wilmington, Delaware. You're going to see that. All of it. Charlottesville, all up and down. Va Beach. You're going to see all Raleigh, all up and down. Orlando, Florida, Miami, all that. You're going to see Tech24 vans running around. That is the original. Tech24 is the one that bought everybody else and put them under the banner. The other one that people know is Pronto. You know what? I actually see Big Fish.
That's right.
I knew it.
I worked for Tech24 some years ago, Mike. in
What's that?
contractor, and I worked for them, and I remember
Oh.
some years ago they sent us to they sent a team of us. It was about five, maybe 4 or 5 of us technicians, and we were all in separate areas though. Like some of them were out in Long
Cool.
Island, others were up in like Niagara Falls, New York. I
Mm.
was in Connecticut, Rhode Island area, and they had all of us go travel down to Virginia. We had to travel down to Virginia for to give a week's training to some other techs that just they had just acquired from a company they bought, and
Hmm.
that was like years ago. So like they've been pulling other companies, like taking other companies and then just getting their service techs and then
Hmm.
covering that whole territory. So that's why they cover so much territory, as you can see.
Well, let me show you. Let me show you something. Like, what was that? Fire Marshal Bill. Let me show you something. So,
Let's just say,
um, yeah. So let's just say you have a company and you just so happen to set it on fire. All right,
yeah.
so here we go. Well, we service schools, universities. Um, they just had their thing about, okay, what do they say with training? They just had their thing. Tech 24 just had a thing up saying that they would buy your company. But Core, not Core,
Mm,
Smart Care got it up. Smart Care still
mm.
has it up.
Smart Care is expanding a lot too.
Oh yeah. Oh, let me
Excuse me.
show you guys what Tech 24's revenue is. Revenue 2024. List Tech 24 was on the 5,000 list of America's fastest growing private companies. Oh, so they're
Mm,
probably not going to release the revenue numbers. They're not going to release it. Damn, because it's private.
mm-hmm.
I looked over, so Tech 24 appoints another Reed as the new CEO. Yeah, my family's moving on up. All right, so let's see here.
Mm.
AI. Man, I'm gonna have to show you the revenue of another service company. So let me see here. Let me see if they revenue for
Yeah, they
Tech
might not list them because they're
24.
independent.
Yeah, it's going to be very difficult to find. It's going to be probably alluded to. Look at that. They're paying. See, their estimated annual revenue is 35
Mm-hmm.
million per year.
Yeah,
I find that
yeah.
extremely low.
I think it's I would say it's low for them. It's
Yeah,
it's low for them, Mac.
see,
I would think so, especially with all
because
the contracts they got going on.
exactly. See, because here's another one that says 164 million.
Mm-hmm.
That's a
So it is,
huge difference.
yeah, it's all over the place. What the hell? You bet dialysis machines bring in a good nickel. Yeah, I'm pretty sure they do. I'm pretty sure they do. And I can guarantee you that they are actively looking for somebody to learn how to service a dialysis machine. My mother retired from the
Yeah.
dialysis unit at the VA, so she was head of dialysis for 32 years. So I believe
Oh, at the VA.
yeah, I believe
Wow.
her VA was using
Good.
GE. I believe they were GE machines, and she gave me an earful about that.
Mm.
Excuse my spelling.
How about the GE?
No, no, about the dialysis.
Oh,
Here we
okay.
go. Here we go. And just 1 second, because I need to locate a charger. GE dialysis machine 2024 price. Just so you guys know, it's extremely difficult to find prices on these damn things.
Hey guys, give me a moment. I'm just gonna step out, take a call real quick.
Okay, let me see if I can find it, and then I'm gonna try to find best dialysis machine prices. Oh, that's not bad. 4,000. That's not bad at all. These are off name brands. I don't see a single Philips or a single GE here. That's not bad at all. So bear with me because I got, so brother contractor, while I dig for this, good, I got 9%. While I dig for this power source, go ahead, hit me with something else.
I wanted to address the question that was posed by Slipknot. Personally, whenever I hire someone to assist me in my projects,
Mm-hmm.
I do 1099, business to business. That way, everything's clear. You take care of yours, I take care of mine. Because bird dog more projects than anything. If I'm not going to be the guy doing the painting. I'm not going to be the guy doing the floor finishing. Nah, I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that. You have the equipment, you have the skills, the knowledge. 1099. That's the way I prefer to operate. As far as the machinery, it's so much of it out here that you could literally have one focus and make some really good money. It just depends on the market that you're choosing to dive into. Me, I have ADHD. I'm everywhere with it. So with that being said, I was on fryers. I was on cooktops. Like you name it, throw it at me, and I'm learning about it. If need be, I learn on the fly. I've called Big Brother Mike more than a couple times. Like, how I do this.
The problem is for every piece of equipment that you take the time to learn, you lose on every piece of equipment that you learn initially.
Yep.
There's a cost to learning a new unit, whether you're paying for the training by way of paying for the class or by way of paying for airfare or hotel stay, or even if it's local and you spend a whole day, that is an entire day of lost income. So there's that. Then if you're not even going that route and you're learning, and like you said, you need to reach out to somebody like me or tech support, that call isn't going to be profitable. You're still more profitable doing something that you know versus something that you're learning on. So you have to be mindful that yes, you're gonna do it. You're gonna charge them, but you're not as profitable as something that you already know how to service. And I'm gonna go on for another second more before I hand it on over. But back in the day, service companies used to only do, like, if they did deep fryers, they only did deep fryers. And even then, they didn't do all deep fryers. They only did like three or four different brands of deep fryers. But what they did have was they had all the parts, the major moving parts for those three brands of deep fryers. And everybody knew to go to that one particular company for those deep fryers because they can either call them for service or they can call them to buy the parts. And with the loss of selling parts, the loss of that market, that's thrown everything on its head. That's thrown everything on it.
Big fact. You know what? I got one for you, right?
What's that?
The first time I learned how to change the not change. Oh yeah, I can't say that. Change the boot that goes onto a front loader wash machine, right?
Uh-huh.
I wasn't ready for that spring that goes on.
Well, which brand? Which brand?
I think that one was an LG.
Now, see, LG has their own particular little tool for doing that.
Exactly.
Yeah. You can do it without the tool. You can do it without the tool, but as you see, it's a little more involved without the damn tool. The tool.
Exactly.
Did you ever buy the tool?
Hell no, I know how to do it without it now.
Yeah, but it's still I do it without it, but it's so much quicker with the damn tool. And you don't ever have to worry about the damn spring popping or flying and all that other stuff. It's a whole hell of a lot quicker with that damn tool.
I believe it. I believe it because
It's
you have certain specialty stuff that's made for that brand,
yeah,
and it took forever for me to find the way to do it without the tool. Without
which is the loss in income like I was talking about.
Yeah, exactly, because I damn sure lost that first, second, and I figured out that third job.
But see, well, it's not that, it's the loss of income from other work. You're spending all this time at that one spot trying to figure out how the hell you're gonna pry the thing apart and all that without tearing into the boot. When they got the damn tool, you just squeeze the handle together, and the
Break it
teeth
open.
yeah, the little pincer jaws, it look like a little cobra. I'll put it up on the screen, and it'll just open it up to the right spacing and everything.
Exactly.
So
I gotta I'm gonna say this, and after that I have to get off because I have something I have to do.
so
But
here it is right there, ninety
I
six
learned
dollars.
the hard way. That little tool right there, that
Yeah,
little tool would have saved me on losing out on those jobs. But I lost out because I didn't have it. You know why I didn't have it? Because I didn't know.
right.
I just took the job.
Yeah,
So now I'm at the point where I
Oh
don't
yeah.
need that tool. But the reality of it is, then I needed that damn tool. I needed
well, guess what? See, like I said, hey man, you can go ahead and get here's a knockoff one for LG, Samsung, Kimmel for $9.50.
mm, damn.
You know what I'm saying? And it just makes it. And so here it is, like I explained, it goes in there, it spreads it, holds on to it. It makes your life a whole hell of a lot easier than fighting with that damn thing with some damn hooks and trying to pull it. It's a pain in the ass doing it with those damn hooks. And so this is actually cheaper than buying that set of picks. And pulling them, holding them, and you doing this number. Nah, you just do that one, and it just
Done.
pulls that string apart, and it saves you money. It saves you money. Spending that $9 is going to save you money. It's going to save you time from making a mistake and then a hand go flying up, because I know it's happened to you. A hand go
Oh yeah.
flying, and you go, oh God, I
Oh
hope I ain't messed nothing up. Yeah, oh yeah, I know it happened to you,
yeah.
because
Yeah,
there's
yeah.
no way that has not happened to you if you ain't using the tool. So you don't have to buy that proprietary tool. There are other people that says, "Hey, I can make one just like it and make some." And see, here's another one, also $9.50. Black handle. There's one for
Mhm.
$12. So yeah, life is a lot easier with that damn tool than without it. To be honest with you. So here's that damn door boot. And so yeah, you don't want to tear it. You don't want to mess that damn thing up. Oh, see, I used to have this one for $25. I
Yep.
don't know where it is. I still have this. I bought this 20 something years ago. I got this. I got some other speed clean um, manufactured tools like the spanner wrench and all that other stuff. But I got this. Years ago, man, this thing was $9 to $8. And people wouldn't buy it even in for $9 and $8.
On those jobs, but I lost out because I didn't have it. You know why I didn't have it? Because I didn't know.
Yeah, brother Tate, man, that is a hellified loop. Feedback loop. That's hellified. One of these days he'll find out what was on. But damn, I still got 7%. That's not working. All right.
Yo, big bro,
Keep going. Keep going.
I'm about to
Hey
drop off
fellas.
and go take care of
Yeah,
something.
me too. I'm gonna wind this down. But yeah, brother Tate, take it on away. Tell the
Hey,
people what you want to tell them.
hey
And be
Mike,
sure to follow this brother's channel.
contractor. I'm sorry about that, guys. I just got back off of that. Had a little issue on the service call, I guess. But
So I know how that go. I know.
Mm.
Yeah, contractor, man. I was gonna say, man, I think you're on the right track, brother. If looking at that laundry, that laundry part with the washers and dryers, man. I mean, if that's where you're comfortable at, brother, I would say you could really dive into that deep, man, and get that training where you can, especially when it's free, and that would be a good move, I think, for you.
Yeah, you start there, and then you're able to expand because you know a couple other things. You could always pick up other work while you're on location.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Agreed.
Yeah, and then that's it. If you're feeling comfortable with it, but at least you're gonna be able to get into these locations and get an eyeball on what other equipment they got that you might possibly be interested in.
Oh, trust me, they'll harass you about it. Hey, my friend, buddy, do you think you
Oh
could take
yeah,
a look at
can you
this?
take a look at this?
Yeah.
That's
Take a
that.
look at that.
Hey,
That's
buddy,
that.
come take a look.
That's that
What do you
red
know
dot
about this?
behavior. That red dot. That red dot behavior is a mofo. I know. I know.
Yeah,
I got a couple of them
yeah.
I
I know
deal
you
with.
can do it. I know it. I just know it. I know you can do it. You can help me, buddy. Please, you're my hope, buddy. Come on, please, buddy. You just don't know. But then the head start wobbling from side to side, buddy, please. Yeah,
Until you head in the
my
bill, they're like, ah, my friend,
buddy.
what?
my friend,
You're like
my
you're my
friend.
brother. You know what I'm
That's
saying?
the
You're
big
like
one.
my brother,
My friend. Yes,
my friend,
Hey,
my friend.
that's it.
hey, I had a
You're like
dude.
their best friend.
He
Please.
had he had a whole restaurant, right? I went to go
Yeah.
do some electrical work, change out a couple lamps and a ballast for the sign.
Uh huh.
And after we agreed on the price, after everything was said and done, this motherfucker turned around and my bad, Mike. I forgot
No, you good.
right
You
there.
good.
Yeah, but this dude turned around and was like, "Yeah, well, I had an Asian guy that said he could do it for like
Mm-hmm.
$200." I said, "No, that's not real." This motherfucker had the
Right?
nerve to call me back and like, "Oh, the ballast is not enough." I told you gave me some old ass lamps to put in. So he shorted me
Yeah.
about 500, almost $500. Then he was like, "Yeah, but can you come back and make everything right?" I said,
Mm.
"Nah."
Mm-mm.
Bro,
My
hey,
friend, man, my
Walk
friend.
away.
Yeah,
I go back and
my
I find
friend.
something else wrong. I find something else wrong. Oh,
Yeah, I wasn't even gonna do
yeah.
that. I wasn't even gonna do that. I'm like,
Oh, I
you,
get
this
him.
chicken you frying, and
I
these
get him.
fish, these codfish sandwiches you frying up in here.
Mhm.
Nah, I'll make you wait. I'll make you wait.
Yes, I
He
know.
still
I
calls
agree
me
with
to this
that. I
day.
make him wait. I make him wait. Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
I make him wait, man.
Hey, but you brothers be easy. Y'all have a great night, man. I'm gonna go ahead and take care of this and hop off
You
here.
too, contractor.
Thank you,
All
Have a
good
right,
good
sir.
man.
night, brother.
Thanks for
Hey,
coming on,
hey,
man.
hey. I hell, thank you for letting me on. Because
It's
the knowledge
good
and
to hear
information
from
that
you.
y'all pass is real, and I've applied it in my life, and it worked.
Oh
Like,
yeah. Oh
That's
yeah. Most
awesome.
yeah.
That's
definitely.
awesome.
So I just got to get better at it.
Oh yeah. That takes time. It's not something that's overnight. It takes years if you're going to do multiple units, but it's a lot less if you're going to focus on at least one style of equipment.
Hey,
Yep.
I'll say this, big bro, Mike Reed,
Sure.
teacher trade, yo, y'all helped change my life, man, and I appreciate you. So whenever I can, whatever you got, I'm sharing it. I'm throwing it out there because it's not enough technicians out here in the field already, and especially
Nope.
not enough that look like us.
No.
So yeah,
Right.
this is some of the best
Right.
money you can get into.
I appreciate you, brother.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
I'm glad.
Appreciate you, brother contractor, man. Thanks for that.
Thank you,
Yeah.
Junior.
That's what it's all about, man.
Yep.
That's the whole point of this. That we all the low viewers and all that other stuff we go through. That
Yep.
making these videos, editing, running around like a madman trying to get here to turn the damn cameras on and the lights in our face. So,
Yeah,
hopefully you
yeah.
guys benefit from this and, and
Hopefully,
make some money.
ain't that and ain't that's what we say all the time, Mike. Is like,
Yeah,
if I can hear at least one individual that that is finding their way through this and finding their way
hmm
into the commercial side. That's a benefit. That's something that we're looking for. That's something that we want. We want to see others be successful in this business, in this industry, because there's so many avenues that you can go. There's no limit to it, man. So I'm
No,
glad to see
no
brothers
limit.
like brother contractor, um, a lot of these other technicians out there that are making moves.
Yeah,
I'm glad they're doing it. I'm glad they're doing it. And hopefully others will take heed and go to the in-person
training.
trainings that you put up there
Yeah,
and the online trainings that you put up, just to keep up with the trends that are going on in the industry, because a lot of things just don't stay the same all the time with this equipment. They
yeah,
change up circuit boards, they change up touch screens, programming, stuff like that, and that's what you pick up on in these trainings.
yeah.
So, just to let everyone know, take advantage of this information, because it wasn't put out like this back in the day.
No, it wasn't. It sure wasn't. Make sure. Let me see if this thing dropped. Okay, good. The thing is still playing. So I'm going to wrap this whole thing up because everything is winding down. Where are we
Yep.
at here? Yeah, 2 hours and 33 minutes anyway. So, brother,
That's
I
a good.
appreciate you coming on here.
Hey, Mike, thank you for having me, brother. I appreciate you, man. I appreciate what you do on the channel, what you do for my channel, and everything, brother. So, anytime, man. I love to come on, and I know it's been, a little busy. We've both been catching up on some things and getting some new things going. So, just
Oh,
before
yeah.
I head out, I would like to, announce to your viewers to
Yeah.
I'll see if I could put the link in the chat. On the
Please do.
May 28th, I'm gonna do I'd like to do it's gonna be a Zoom call, and
Yes.
uh, brother Mike's gonna join in with me on it. But we're gonna talk about
Yes, sir.
job opportunities and business opportunities and stuff like that. So, but it's gonna be more like a chat forum type thing where we can answer some questions if possible. And I got a little clip that I'd like to share just for those that are looking to get into starting their own businesses and in the trade. And maybe this information will help them be able to find those starting points that they could start at. Because I've noticed a lot of people, Mike, over the last couple of years that have been getting into the industry. I've been noticing a lot of them were having trouble just the beginning stages of getting a company name, registering the
Yes.
name with the town hall, getting an EIN number, stuff like that. And I'm hoping that some of the viewers will be able to join us on that call. I'll see if I can grab that link real quick too.
Yeah, whatever you can make for it, little videos or PDFs or anything of that nature. Send it on over to me. I'll put it on my Instagram. I'll put it on the YouTube channel, and we'll
Absolutely.
just we'll just keep putting it out there.
Yeah, that's it. That's it. That'll be real good, brother. Definitely. Just gonna copy this link here. Okay.
Oh, they're definitely hiding their numbers. Smart Care.
Who's that? Smart
Smart
Care.
Care, and yeah, so this is just the second quarter of 2024. Their second quarter was $16 million. So that's just one quarter was $16 million. There's no way these guys' numbers are that low. There's no freaking way.
Is
There's,
Smart Care listed as a private company?
I don't know. I don't know. But
I don't
all these
remember.
numbers are here. I know Smart Care is backed by some hedge fund.
Oh,
And look, I
okay.
didn't know
Is it?
Smart Care had some software thing that they're promoting. So I have no idea.
Wow.
Pretty
I didn't
sure.
know that.
Yeah, they got some Smart Care. Let me see here. Because whatever money they had to buy it from Ecolab, they paid $24 million just for the training, uh,
Wow.
for that training facility. Yeah.
Wow.
See right there, private equity firm. Oh, they sold Smart Care in 2022. They sold Smart Care after a run of 14 acquisitions. Smart Care bought 14 acquisitions. Yeah, so it's just going through so many hands.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's just getting
Oh yeah.
spread.
Ooh. So Smart Care bought 14 other companies. Yeah, because I know they're in coffee.
Yeah.
They're in coffee. They're in HVAC,
Restaurant
coffee
equipment,
division, HVAC. Yeah, restaurant equipment. Oh, yeah. So
yeah,
that coffee division, the restaurant.
kitchens.
Yeah, they got a number. They got a number of different divisions that they got split. Yeah. So Zone Climate
Yeah.
Services, Smart Care Equipment Solution, regular service. Mm. But I'm gonna have to wrap this thing up. I'll be back on Monday, and then we can address even more of this because I am down to like 5%. I am
Oh
down to
yeah,
five
brother.
percent.
Yeah.
But
Well,
yeah, so they
we did a
make
good run, man. It's like
yeah,
little over 2 hours. It's a good run.
yep. All right, so here's all these stuff, and I want to thank everybody that contributed to the channel. Like I said before, it was let me see here. Michael Adams contributed to the channel. You
Mhm.
had brother Frank Evans that contributed to the channel.
Brother Frank.
Yeah, brother Frank. He's always trying to make sure
Yeah,
that everything is
that's
taken
awesome.
care of. That I make sure that I pay for this whole thing. Michael
Yeah,
Adams, and then
that's
here's
awesome,
Michael
man.
Adams.
Great supporter.
Oh yeah, yeah. He wants to. He said he wanted to make sure that these people get a chance. They at least get a fair chance at get their shot.
Getting in.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
they at
Absolutely.
least get that
Yep.
shot. Win, lose, or draw. At least they had a fair shot at trying to make it. And not just throwing them out there. Say, hey, look, here's where you get the training. Here's who uses the equipment. All that kind of stuff.
Yes.
Let me see here, and I got
Yes.
another one for brother Frank. So yeah, he has some good advice. I just asked him some questions, and he had some good advice for me.
Oh, good.
Oh,
Good,
brother, but
brother.
yeah, I'm gonna wind this down. You guys got the link. It's in the chat for
Yep.
Kevin Tate, the man you've been listening to. The man is speaking right now. Here's the information. It's in the chat right here. Go check out his channel, Learn to Trade. He has a website. Put the link to your website down there too, please.
Oh yeah, sure.
Yeah, you just put that right there in the chat. I'll pin it on up there.
Okay.
And we will check you out on Monday. So I got that pinned up there. So check him out. He has all kind of information. He handles all the stuff I'm not handling. all that stuff in the convenience stores, all the FBD machines. I don't see him as much as he sees them. I defer to him.
Yeah.
He's the expert on these pieces of equipment. He sees Turbo Chef way more than I do. He deals with all the other equipment. Same stuff he deals with is also in the movie theaters and everything else.
Yep.
He's the one that I typically are going to send somebody over to and say, hey, going over there to this guy, that's the one that's going to have the immediate answers for you.
Yep. Thanks, Mike.
Be relentless. That's it. I'm done. Be relentless. That's it. I'm done.
Go on out there.
like that.
ABC, always be closing.
Right.
Always be closing.
You
Right.
damn skippy it was, bro, man. You got to go, man. Nah, follow this trail. You got to get up.
We gonna get up out of here. We gonna get up out of here.
All right, brother.
All right, now.
All of y'all take care, okay? Thank you, Mike.
All right, no problem, man. Talk to you later.
Take care, brother.
All right, you too. All right, and that's the end of the show. That's it for us today. We get on up out of here. I'll check you guys out. I'll check you guys out on Monday. Let me see if I can get rid of that. Remove all.